Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Becca and we are doing another episode of decorating and planning out my plant room. And welcome to, oh hold on, let me let my dog in. So this wall has just been asking for a really beautiful hanging installment. We get some really gorgeous morning light. As you can see, it's starting to come through. And yeah, this isn't actually gonna be here, I just put that there. But yeah, so this is the wall and I am planning on building a hanging apparatus. My initial thought was I wanted to suspend a ladder from the ceiling. From there, I would hang plants on the ladder. And I also thought it would be really cool to make it some sort of pulley system so that I could bring the ladder down to more easily water the plants. Now, I am going to do a pulley system, but I was also thinking I might do an electric hoist, just like you press a button and it goes up and down. I still would really love to do something like that because I think it would be so cool, but I still cannot exactly figure out how to do it. Like I can't wrap my brain around it. And eventually, if I'm able to figure out more information about the electric hoist, then we will do that. But basically the problem with the electric hoist, just for anybody out there who is following along to do this too, the problem with the electric hoist is you're not supposed to leave the load loaded. You're supposed to take it off the load. So the electric hoist is just to bring something from point A to point B, and then it's removed. So it's not supposed to continuously hold weight. We're just gonna move forward with the pulley and building our stuff. So I went out and I got some cedar wood, and actually I'm going to be making a couple more of this wood crate. If you followed my greenhouse series, I made this in one of my greenhouse tours videos, and it was really easy and it was also really fun. So I decided that I'm going to make more of these and I'm going to hang my plants. Welcome to my wood shop. Okay, so I have these 2x1s and by 8, so this is going to be 8 feet long, a very long ladder. My plan as of right now is to squish 2 of these together, use my router to create a channel for the other, like the rungs, to go through so that it's kind of like a little joint. To me, that feels like it's going to be a lot stronger, and it's also just like a little bit more of a skilled thing to do when it comes to woodworking, although you definitely don't have to do this if you don't have a router, or if you just want to make it much more simple, you can just set it up as a grid and screw everything together and it will be probably very strong. These pieces of wood have a rough edge and a smooth edge, so I'm going to have the rough edges on the inside, which means that that is the side that I'm going to use the router on. So I'm going to measure the width of this board, and then I'm going to measure that at increments along so that I can then use the router real quick and then use my wood glue to sandwich it all together and clamp it. Okay, so all of my pieces are prepared and I just wanted to show you a flat lay of everything. So I have 6 8-foot long 1x2 boards, and then I have 8 pieces of the same 1x2 that is 32 inches long. We're gonna ignore all of the marks. I realized partway through that I was marking the wrong ones, but when we flip it, you won't be able to see it. It'll be actually the pretty side. So what I'm going to do now is add these pieces in and then sandwich them together, just like that. And the less than perfect routering should be pretty much covered. Oh, I'm also going to be using wood glue in all of these joints, but also screws, just to make sure that it is extra, extra secure. Hello, hello. I have finished the frame. We did significant wood filling and sanding and all of that, and I have spared you from having to watch that. I have all the hardware and it's time to install. I'm super excited for this. However, a little nervous because I'm gonna have to find the ceiling joists, and I can pretty well assume where one of them is because we have a ceiling fan in here and fans are going to generally be aligned with the ceiling joist, but still, just drilling into a ceiling is something I've never done before. So I actually need to go get my ladder, number one, and number two, my stud finder. And I have made my life slightly more complicated because I brought in the cactus and put them right here. I did not think about that at all until I had finished bringing them all in, and then I was like, oh shoot, I just screwed myself over. So I'm pretty certain I'm gonna have to move them, which really stinks because that was a lot of work, but that's okay. We can do that. I'm gonna go get my tools and stuff. All right, friends, here comes the part that I'm feeling a little bit unsure about, and that is actually hanging the piece. So I've made a loop in the rope that I plan on slipping the frame through, then lifting that one side, stringing the rope through all of the pulleys, pulling it down and wrapping enough cord that I think that I would need, and then doing the second side, which I will also do one of these loops and string it through just one of the pulleys at the end, and then again measure how much rope I want as slack and then cut it. Seems easy in theory, but I'm just a little nervous, especially with the cactus being here. I don't know. I'm so annoyed with myself. They're still there. I haven't moved them. But this is honestly the true test to see if this idea that I've had in my mind for months can actually happen, can actually be accomplished. We did it. We did it. I am so excited. I was just gonna go get my level so that I could make sure that it is level. So I can make sure that the ropes are in the right place. And then I'm going to tie the ropes over in a knot so that they don't get off balance from each other. I was also thinking about tying another knot in it so that I could solidify the down position. Let me actually hang a plant on it just because we love a premature plant moment. These hooks are, oh my dear. These hooks are not wide enough, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way to widen them. But other than that, it should be fine. I am gonna have to balance everything because if not, it's gonna be kind of off kilter. I don't really know how to fix that. Maybe besides putting another rope in the center, like to go up into the center pulley, but then that would mean that the third pulley is gonna have 3 ropes going through it, and I don't know if that's gonna be too many. It might be. And also I would have to go get more rope. But this is 50 feet of rope, and I do have quite a bit of slack, but I haven't put it in what the position would be for the down position yet. So I still don't know like if this is gonna be too much, but if it is, I could just cut it off. I'm gonna go get the level. Huh, that's actually perfectly level. How about that? Okay, I guess I will tie my rope to make sure that they stay in this exact position, like make sure that they stay level, not necessarily that they stay like up. We will do that one in just a second. Okay, this is the official down position. So when I'm watering the plants and tending to them, this is that position. I tied a knot and I put the knot just on this cleat over here. And then when it's time to lift it, I just lift it to the other cleat or the other knot, and then I put that on the cleat and it's now back up. I'm really proud of this. It looks amazing. 10 out of 10, it's gorgeous. However, now I do need to figure out the plants, what I'm gonna put up there and the balancing of those plants. Wish me luck there. Did it. I feel like this one is just so big and the whole display is very, very heavy because of it. I'm kind of thinking I want to take it down and put up a smaller one. And I know that the whole point of this is to have the pulley, but I'm going to use a stool to take this down because I can use this crate in a different place with this fern in a different place in the house. Yeah. I feel like it's too big. All of the other crates are the same size, and this one is like much, much bigger. It just looks weird. Something else that I wanted is for the crates to be at like different heights. So I'm going to shorten some of them. All right, my friends, we've officially done it. We have executed the pulley system, and I just realized I'm standing directly underneath it, and to be honest, I'm still a little bit nervous that it's gonna hold. But with the very big crate being taken out of the equation, I think that we're in a better place. And I also just like the uniformity of the same crate size. I'm excited about it. I think it's really cute. And also I was thinking I might install some grow lights on it. I'm not quite sure how I want to do that, but I'm thinking I could probably attach them to the inside of this bar because, as I've mentioned, this room just doesn't get a ton of light, and it's the perfect like apparatus for that, given that they could be hidden, because that's really what I would prefer. But I do think also I could put some that are more visible, and it might just look like I'm putting a light on them to display them. I don't know. But either way, this is the side of the room that does get the most light, so hopefully they will be okay. I do need to get some different plants because this plant I brought from my old house and it's just looking really bad. So I'm probably just gonna cut up the plant and use it in my wall prop situation that I want to do eventually. So I guess that means that I get to go shopping a little bit because I did borrow a plant from the other display in the room so that I can have it up there. But anyway, I just am really proud of it and I think it's so cute. So I hope that you enjoyed, and maybe if you do a pulley system in your house, let me know how that goes. I will be doing an individual pulley for the big fern that didn't get used in this, and I will probably be putting it like in my bathroom or something, so stay tuned for that because I know that this is a really big display, but if you want to do something like this on a smaller scale, I also would like to show that, so stay tuned. We will be doing more pulleys because this is honestly so genius, and I'm really, really excited to see how all of this plays out. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.